Hi, my name is Camille Michalak. I'm the second negative, obviously. And I am going to open with talking about the existing California gun laws, where the affirmative side is talking about what we should be doing. They're not really so much talking about what we have been doing. California firearm laws consist of the gun sellers requiring all gun sales to be processed through a licensed dealer, requiring a background check on the people, so background checks already exist. It requires gun dealers to obtain a state license, so they are legitimate employees. They're not hired under shady circumstances unless they're corrupt and sell to private people. It bans most assault weapons and .50 caliber rifles and prohibits the sale or transfer of large capacity ammunition magazines. The California firearm law also requires all firearm purchasers to obtain a firearm safety certificate after passing a written test. It regulates gun shows in a comprehensive manner. It limits handgun purchases to one per person per month. It prohibits the sale of unsafe handguns not on the state roster of approved handguns. It imposes a 10-day waiting period prior to the sale or transfer of a firearm to someone who's purchasing it. It maintains permanent records of firearm sales. It gives local enforcement discretion to deny a license to carry a concealed weapon, and it gives local governments the authority to regulate firearms and ammunition, although the state legislature has expressly removed the authority in certain areas. The affirmative has the point of view that in order to decrease the amount of corruption in gun dealers, we must increase gun control. But the exact opposite is true according to www.npr.org. They found a correlation with increased gun control, which has been increasing steadily in California, and overall violence has dropped as a result of that. But overall, corruption in gun dealers has also increased in response to that, because people still wish to have guns and sometimes do not want to go through the process of having a background check, etc., etc. So there is business in becoming a corrupt gun dealer because of the existing gun control status in California. We are in the top 10 of all the 50 states of the United States for the most gun control. And in addition to that, according to the same site, NPR.com, we are also in the top 10 for safest environment to live in. There is very, very low crime or gun crime in the United States, and I quote, "Gun-related homicides and crime are strikingly down from 20 years ago, despite American public belief that firearm crime is upswing," a new study said Wednesday. And the affirmative, even though what they're talking about is to decrease the corruption in gun salesmen, if gun violence didn't exist, it would not be an issue. So what I believe it boils down to is the gun violence that continues to exist in California society, which has been on the decrease since 1993. And I know this is getting redundant, but I'm going to talk about straw purchasing. In short, it refers to sending someone in to buy a gun legally, and they would give it to the person. It does include the person with the intention of owning the gun walking in with the person that will buy it for them, or it includes the more where the person who would own the gun in the future is kept at their home, and they kind of hire someone to walk in alone and then make the delivery for them. But because of the California law that imposes a 10-day waiting period prior to the sale of a firearm, I don't believe it's necessary to increase the, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Increase the inventory checks, etc. And if, per se, this, the affirmative were to implement their new policy of increasing inventory checks, background checks on gun salesmen, due to humans lacking compliance, I believe that straw purchasing would merely increase. It would decrease corruption in gun dealers. However, it would not decrease the illegal ownership of guns in California. Around our own society, we can see people lacking the compliance to follow the rules. Like, for example, straw purchasing, even though there's not really... It was a Supreme Court decision on a vote made 5-4 that it is illegal in the United States. However, people have found a way to bypass these rules because they lack compliance. For example, to give a personal example, as soon as I had my license, I stopped following my city's curfew. So if people can find a way around the rules, they will. And I believe this holds true for decreasing the theoretical decrease in corruption of gun dealers. In conclusion, I believe the affirmative's viewpoints that by increasing inventory checks and background checks on gun dealers, I do not believe it will decrease the corruption at all. If anything, it will increase it because it will be increasing gun control, which, said by NPR.org, is one of the main contributors of corruption in gun dealers.